Now, with the new update being here, of course, what does the new update come with? A brand new story. And that means the Seal Alliance Assembles is back with the new part of the story, featuring Xiaolongbao, however you want to pronounce it. You want to rest and react to fan art or just rest in general? I have more stuff. I can't just... I've been streaming for an hour. Celiver, that's nothing. What do you mean? Anyway, and by the way, there's just a wild playing litmus cookie. Just in the chat, you realize that Povidon and Idon was in the chat room before. They were probably watching this and probably reading all your complaints. Anyway, Seal Alliance Assembles, why not? Ha ha ha! You need help? I'd the cookie for you. Oh, and General Jadoobies just there floating. Why not? I swear, they make him look a lot more confident in this, like, the HD art. I don't know why, but part 2 is now available, which is Ways of the WONTON Clan. You Xiaobing sect cowards! Show yourselves right now! Calm yourself. We need to assess what has changed and how we can manage to respond effectively. You know, how... What am I saying? We need to assess what has changed and how before we can respond effectively. How am I supposed to stay calm? It's obvious the springs went cold because the radiance hour is gone. I'll make you pay for this right now. Pipe down, you pipsqueak. Huh? I told you not to come back until you've become the best. So why are you back already, huh? Oh, still as strong as ever, but I held my own for at least one exchange this time. Ha ha ha! Looks like this sticking together with a bunch of other late bloomers taught you a few things. That build, that martial power, you must be... That's right! Meet the head of the WONTON clan. Why do I like them so much already? I stopped Xiaolongbao Cookie just now because I knew he'd charge straight in at the Xiaobing sect alone without thinking. But yes, Xiaobing sect is behind what happened to our clan. The springs have gone cold, the ore trade's been cut off, and supplies are running thin. I knew it! Why didn't you say a word? I would have come running in an instant. You literally just proved exactly why I didn't tell you. You're supposed to be out there protecting the whole realm. What good are you if you sprint and come back to the first sign of trouble? You couldn't read a situation if it were stepped into a dumpling and handed to you directly. How does someone like you figure out it was the Xiaobing sect? A little harsh for a family, don't you think? Pardon me, but may I? It is because we've already met with the Xiaobing sect ourselves. A merchant approached us with radiant ore for trade, and something immediately fell off about the encounter. Oh-ho! They've got a silver tongue on you, just like your predecessor. Speaking of, how is the previous clan head? Not in the best health, but managing well enough. Good to hear. I've sent a message bird a while back and got a letter written by someone else's hand. But be a little worried. I'll have to pay a visit one of these days. After all this business is settled, of course. You said you need radiant ore to forge something that seals draconic power, eh? Dragons. What sort of calamity is brewing in this land of martial arts now? Xiaobing sect used to be nothing but a small-time outfit, barely worth mentioning. But lately we've gotten their hands on some of the kind of martial arts and shot about nowhere. They caught us off guard and seized the snowy rice cake mines right off under us. I've been keeping a close eye on them, worried about what might happen if a heretic sect like them started throwing radiant ore around without a care. Well, now that you've lot of showing up, it's time to take back the snowy rice cake mines. Leave it to us. My two sworn brothers and I will wipe the Xiaobing sect out in one clean sweep. And I'll be counting on you. If you've even once beaten me. Ha ha! The Xiaobing sect has eyes posted all across the snowy rice cake mines. Charges straight in will only stir up a fight we don't need. I concur. A thorough plan is essential. Leaving the strategy to me, the snowy rice cake mines are essentially a fortress. This is closer to a siege than a skirmish. First, a reconnaissance unit must gather intelligence on the mines in advance. Then, an infiltration unit will secure the most advantageous positions for retrieving the radiant ore. Finally, a combat unit shall engage the Xiaobing sect directly. But with the mines already in their hands, we can't afford a single reckless move. That said, there might be a way to draw their eyes away. We'll call on some old friends, the candy animals. I was wondering about the animals wandering all over the clan's grounds. In a place this cold, cookies and candy animals alike have no choice but to huddle together to survive. Every last one of them is a friend, family even. So, if you're gonna fight side by side and stake your lives on, you better earn that bond first. Start training and build a sense of fellowship from the ground up. Well, get going. Whoa. This flower bunny bun is nuzzling against me. It's
It's cute. Can I pet it? Here, I brought some hay for you.
This sesame seed biscuit, or the sesame's biscuit fox is adorable too. But did I hug it too hard? It keeps running away. Come back, let's play.
I think that's exactly why it's running away. My, what a magnificent rainbow rice cake tiger. When I become the Grand Marshal of the Alliance one day, I'd very much love to ride on one of these majestic creatures.
Sorry, but absolutely not. These critters are friends and not family, not simple mounts. You gotta treat them right.
But you carry Longjing tea cookie around all the time.
That's different, because I'm the one offering. Ha!
Nobody asked you to. Can this really be called training? Everyone is merely playing around.
Of course it is. This is the training. The candy animals won't do us any favors until they actually like us.
Oh, the steam bun bears. You're far too close.
If the steam bun bear is too much close for you, I'll drape a rice cake ferret around your neck instead. How about that? Warm, isn't it?
It does feel rather like a scarf. And I'll have you know I was not frightened, just simply caught off guard.
Ha ha ha! That ferret is clinging right to your neck. I think it likes you. They usually bolt off the second they see strangers.
I don't mind, I suppose, but I truly must ask once again, can any of this genuinely qualify as training?
I would say it counts as training in any way, shape, or form. I should not have drunk that tea, bro. I got lung cancer. Don't joke about cancer. Even if you're trying to cosplay yourself as flipping Longjing tea. Sheesh. Anyway, I don't help just anyone. This is only for my sworn brothers. You'll be wanting to collect these special coins over here. Get enough and you can complete these little steps. Once those are done for, you'll be finding yourself onto the next stage. Get out there and show me what you've got.
I see. Well, at least we are training with animals. I wonder if we're going to see animals in this run. By the way, who are we going to meet? Red Bean content. Red Bean, General Jujubee, and Red Pepper. I feel like these are some of the most underrated cookies we can run into, but I like that. I like seeing more content with the underrated cookies. What's the appropriate level running this? 5 is still good, right? 5 and 5 with all these treasures level 3. That's fine enough for me. Woof, woof. What's going on? The story. We're right now running and training with animals. Why would you just say pee in the chat? What do you mean pee? Alright, sure. Throw it. Okay, it's like land, then hop or something like that. So it's always land, then throw, throw. I think that's how that works. Try to get the pattern down. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the future levels was going to be the trial for strawberry... Was it strawberry cream? I think it was... Oh no, I'm not even going to rewind. I can just immediately do that again. But like, I was saying it's the trial for like strawberry cream cookie, just because it has to do with like, you know, with the winter, the cold, and also there's like animals in the background like foxes and dark forests, which this also somewhat takes place in a forest, and it's snowy like I mentioned, so I could kind of see that as like an oncoming trial, but I'm surprised how, you know, this isn't like, you know, more or less I'm just kind of surprised how, you know, one of the levels that we can run into, unless if it is, but at least one of the cookies who we're going to run into is not playing, you know, strawberry cream. So I really like strawberry cream. I think strawberry cream is very cool. Just the stoic and somewhat like blind. Somewhat blind. Not fully blind. But I just mean in the sense it's hard for them to read because they're like a more wild creature. There we go. Got those. Oh, yes. Tornadoes. Tornado. Enter the twister zone now. Already 5 missions. This should be enough energy to at least run to Red Wolf. I smacked a giant plumbing dumpling at the wolf and they're gone. Good. Nope. I hit 2 wolves. I'm literally wiping away the plumbing wolf community just with my plumbing dumplings. They were hungry. It's fine. They needed it. See, look, I'm feeding it. I'm feeding them. See, they need this. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. And then, big tornado for points. Red Bean, I see you up ahead. Here you are. Oh, I can't use my skill. You're all the way up there. I can't reach you. Dashing through the snow. I've definitely come a long way just now. Trying to find a place to fish. What are those buildings? They don't look anything like igloos in my village. And those shadows on the rocks. Are those foxes? Or Tankyum bears? I can't see a thing because of this blizzard. Either way, definitely doesn't seem safe. Let's get out there. None's gonna outrun us on the ice. Heh, I'll give it to you.
You're pretty fast, but you're nothing compared to our steamed snow leopards. Who sent you to these lands? Xiaobing sect?
Oh, wait. I thought you were a bear. You're just a big cookie. I don't think I've ever come across a cookie who's riding on a snow leopard. That's quite awesome.
Awesome, huh? You don't have a single clue who I am, do you? There isn't a single heretic cookie against our clan who's tried up to me to strike up a conversation like this, that's for sure.
Heretics? The Xiaobing sect? Not too sure what you're on about, but, I was just trying to find a good place to go fishing for some fish street jellies.
An outsider, are you? I can't not be wary of an unfamiliar cookie. I can tell you from the looks of you that's a sincere look in your eyes isn't an act. On top of that, I can't sense an ounce of martial arts energy in your dough. You won't pose a threat to us, that's for sure.
Ew! Not sure what that means and what you're going on about, but, we're not enemies, right? Can you, get your snow leopard to stand down, maybe? Maybe he just wants to say hi to the penguins and all, but if he keeps getting up into space like that, and they won't just let it happen. Ew! Oh, the beak's real pack a punch. I wouldn't want your friend there to be backed up a bit.
Ha! That's a real good one. You're worried about what those penguins do to my leopard, not the other way around? Huh. You know, some sort of fate brought you all the way out here, so what do you say to sticking around a bit and letting your throat fall out? Notice you keep sneezing. Caught a cold in your travels? One bowl of steaming hot soup for the Wonton clan will have your dough warming up and plumping up like a well-steamed dumpling. Plus, I wouldn't have turned down the chance to hear about fishing her and where you came from.
Ew! Oh, okay. Penguins, sweet rice seal? You should all take a break too. It's time. Take some time to warm up.
Open the gates and prepare the host to guests. One thing the Wonton clan is known for is hospitality.
I'm going to be honest. I tried to make red bean cookie sound Canadian. I tried my hardest, and I think I failed flawlessly, because at one point it sounded a lot more Scottish. I tried my hardest at a Canadian accent. I really sucked with it. But, I don't know, it just screams like friendly Canadian to me, which I really like. I hope that's not offensive. I'm just trying my hardest to see what I would headcanon their voice would be, considering they've never had an official voice actor. Well, we at least do get all the missions done, because I think it goes up to 48 silver coins and a gold. And also, we get a free red bean and the free seal pet, which, even though red bean gives us coins, the seal pet is automatically added, which is fine. That's enough, right? Oh, thank pleb. Okay. I couldn't even see what you... First of all, someone messaged me on Discord, which I don't know who the pleb that was. Second of all... Come on. How the fuck was I supposed to read what you were supposed to do? Oh shoot. Hold on, I got a message. You want to make sure? Oh yeah, let me mute that just to be sure. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I didn't get like an interruption from like a Discord sound effect. Anyway, bam. Oh, look at that picture of Xiaoling Bao down there.
This is the purest raw radiant ore left amongst the supply we still have in the Wonton clan. Take a look.
This is certainly a level of purity one would not come across outside of these lands. I shall attempt to attune the instant seal technique to it as a test. There's no orb casket on hand, but since we're all not sealing an actual dragon orb, a trial one should be possible. First, I'll open the formation here in front of the dumpling spring. Then if someone steps outside of the Wonton clan's gates and touches the radiant ore, they should be transported back here. Any volunteers to step into the fountain?
I'll do it. Let's see how it works without my Lightfoot technique. Did it work? Oh, that's incredible. I actually teleported?
It appears the efforts of the T-Clan's artisans will not go to waste. Using the same method, the dragon orb should be transportable to the Dragonmine Shrine as well. May I ask your permission to hold onto this piece of radiant ore? I'd like to keep it on hand in case of an emergency.
Of course. Hope you put it to good use when the time comes.
Then it's time to get down to business and draw up a plan to wrest control of the mines.
Hold your dumplings. There's something far more important to take care of first.
That's right. You guessed it, the clan's lands. Which means something very, very important needs to happen. And what would that be?
Why, a festival, of course.
You can't... What, You're serious?
The Wonton clan does not offer a cold welcome to guests who've traveled all the way here to these snow-swept lands and snow-swept peaks. And you're Xiaoling Bao Cookie's warm brothers, no less. Ha 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 ha!
With all due respect, we really do not have the luxury of time.
Even if the Xiaobing sect is a newly risen force, we still need to prepare ourselves properly.
You fight best at a full stomach with proper rest. You're not doubting the Wonton clan, are you?
That isn't what I meant.
Then what are you standing around here for? Move it!
I think I finally understand exactly how and why you turned out the way you did, Zhangbao Cookie.
Ha! I take after her, don't I? Of course I do. She's my grandmama.
Look at all these dumplings! Am I in heaven? This is heaven. It has to be. Can I live here in the Wonton clan? Should I just change my name to Peach Dumpling Cookie?
I don't think it works that way. One could not possibly consume a portion this large in a single serving. Was this extra portion on my plate meant to be shared with Nimbus K Cookie as well?
Not a chance. How stingy do you think you can be? In our clan, the amount piled on a plate is a measure of how honored the guest is. Here we go, everyone. Here's a bowl of dumpling soup for each of you.
You've claimed an entire table for yourself, clan head. Is it really possible to finish the entire mountain of dumplings?
Of course you can. Just watch. It'll all be gone before you even know it.
So, Longjing tea, Cookie. You've taken the mantle of clan head. I'll make sure you get something special. Warm cup of tea just for you.
Thank you. This flavor is...
Recognized it right away, did you? That was the gift from your predecessor. I've been saving it, waiting for the day I'd get to share it with the next clan head. I thought I might have passed it down to the tea to my successor, but as you can see, next generation of cookies in the Wonton clan still have lots to learn. That's only because you keep winning the Wonton succession tournament, Grandmama.
A tournament? To select the clan head? So any cookie strong enough can potentially become the head of the Wonton clan?
That's right. If you got what it takes, why should anything else matter? Every cookie in our clan trains with the dream of becoming the head of the clan someday.
That is not so different from how we do things. What matters most, in the end, is who loves and leads the clan best. In any case, thank you for this unexpected hospitality. I'll be sure to tell my mother when I return.
Yes, I remember seeing you once, tagging along to a meeting of the clan heads in the back of the day. You were such a small cookie then. And now here you are, a clan head I can count on. Your mother must be so proud.
You're too kind. There is still a mountain of work ahead of me yet.
The dumpling spring has been warmed up and ready. It's a small one with a radiant ore running low, but please warm your dough and get a good night's rest. Come on in, everyone. Longjing tea cookie especially, you get the warmest spot. Oh? Ha! All we did was give you a little push, and you fell right in. Vanguard has always been prepared and ready for a surprise attack. So you're finally back off this time, Zhangbao Cookie? That means it's time to spar. Ha! After taking a surprise hit from Grandmama herself? This is nothing. You're gonna need to eat 100 more bowls of dumplings to come back. Alright, let's go! Yeah!
It really is warm and comforting. It's as if my frozen dough is slowly thawing out. Once I get proper sleep tonight, I should be crisp again. Feeling a little more at ease. You seem more comfortable around Zhangbao Cookie than before we arrived. Nothing has changed particularly. I've simply learned more about Zhangbao Cookie as an individual is all. But seeing how this clan treats the regional wildlife as friends and family, perhaps calling us his sworn brothers wasn't such an empty gesture after all. Yes, indeed. There's a great deal we've learned from traveling together. I've taken something away from being with all of you as well. I wanted to become as strong as my father. I believe that was the only answer. The one true way to protect the Skyborn clan. But I've come to understand that strength is but a single factor alone, and there is no single method to become strong. Why we didn't simply train alone in the martial arts? Why we forged the pack and joined our strength together as one? I never would have understood that without meeting you all. I look forward to the clan summits once you become the Grand Marshal of the Alliance.
Aw. So they were actually just like getting close together. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I was just paying attention to Xiao. Oh wait, didn't we get a new power? Yes, we do. I sense incredible power. It's coming from this way. Oh, it's a fox. Fox? Now this is the power of the Wonton clan. Take a close look at what you got. It's a dumpling fox. Creates one fox summon sigil every 15 seconds. It uses all summon sigils every 7 seconds to summon a dumpling fox. Wait, what? Creates one fox summon sigil every 15 seconds. Uses all summon sigils every 7 seconds to summon... Is that... Wait. That means it uses... Oh, but maybe that means I'm gonna get more sigils later on. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, I hope. By the way, at some point it said the viewership dropped down to 1, then rose back up to like 24. I don't know what the play was up with that, but I guess we're back, but... Yeah, at least we got more story out of the way. That's actually pretty cool, in my eyes. Because, you know, learning more about the Wonton clan. I thought he was gonna get bullied, but... Nah.
He's just show like that. This is pretty slick and slag. So, slick and swag. How do I mess up those words that easily?
I want to give a huge shout out to all of the plebs who are becoming members on the HyperHimes channel, being Casual Gaming, Luli Games, Jojo Sands, Eduardo Pimentel, Wavy Plays Games, Zagai Kotsu, Luca, Dings, Umi, Pibby IRL and Electronics, Chaos Jebel, Truth the CJ Official, Anti-Prank Official, Funcat, Pebbles, Sweet Ribbon VT, Dark Flare, and Mocha CRK. Genuinely, I can't thank you all enough for all the love and support, and let's keep on growing together.